to another edition of Coffee with Pam. I've got my coffee. Hope you have yours. And I'll turn it over to the hostess with the mostest. Pam, take it away.
Hi, Don. And he's got me a special coffee mug. He's got his coffee mug, but I'm going to get mine very soon. I use different coffee mugs. This one here is kind of special to me because my mother-in-law, she passed away, but she bought me this coffee mug for Christmas one year because I'm so into horses and love horses. And a lot of people get one coffee mug and that's the only coffee mug that they drink out of. And I'm kind of that way. I have like two favorites, maybe three that are my go-to, and I just want to say hello to everybody, and I hope you're doing well. I know that this has not been fun, but you got to make every day a good day. Don, how you been doing?
I've been enjoying this time having a cup of coffee with you as well. We've got to have some special guests during the show, right? We had, I think Tony Quinn was our first Polar Bear Alumni guest, class of 1985. And then we had Ron Short, an author, right? And he has a radio program. And he's also a minister, a music minister at his church. So we got to have him on. And then Karen, our first female Ridger, first female Polar Bear, as well as a teacher at Northridge High School. So cheers to her. We had her on the program. And then you ask how I've been doing. So it's a challenge, right? I'm going to be honest. We've got to be. And, if we kind of embrace kind of the positive, right? And I've titled this particular Coffee with Pam, with you, Pam, COVID-19 Silver Linings. So I always rather focus on the positive. We talk about counting our blessings. I talked about, counting each blessing, no matter how small it is. List it out, put it on your refrigerator, because if you focus on that, if you list them out, you'll be too busy counting the blessings versus the negatives or things that may have you concerned, right? Don't you agree, Pam?
This week I've had quite a few blessings. I don't know if anybody follows me on Facebook, but I'm a avid bird watcher, and I've got bird feeders out there, and I've had a Baltimore Oriole. He was absolutely gorgeous. He's black and orange. And then I had a little female Baltimore Oriole this morning that I took pictures of. I have a Cooper's hawk. He visited he was on the top of my barn, and it was so crazy because when I'm not camera ready, the other morning I could have reached out my window and touched him. He swooped by my window that close to me that I could have literally reached out and touched him. And I thought, yeah, you little turkey, he's going to run up there and get up on my barn. But yeah, I've got to watch him hunt, and I have lots of cardinals and blue jays, and I just like to, it's something that I enjoy. I don't necessarily enjoy my little squirrel who likes to, I fill the feeders, and he likes to get in there and dig around and get his peanuts. But this morning I got tickled because I got up at like 5:30 this morning, and I was sitting out here in the dark waiting for my coffee to perk, and there's 3 raccoons out there. There was a mother and 2 little kits, and so I thought, oh, I was blaming it all on Mr. Squirrel, but it wasn't him. It was. Well, now I've got raccoons and God knows what out there.
Well, I seen that picture you had of, I guess it was the Cooper's hawk, right? I mean, it was a huge guy, and I don't know what camera you're using, but you're taking excellent pictures. There's a lot of detail in those pictures. They're awesome.
My brother gave me that camera. It's a Canon, and he also bought me another camera for Christmas. And my brother, he told me, he said, sis, you can take 65, 75 pictures and only get like 5 or 10 that you really, and I take a lot. I mean, I do take a lot of pictures, and, but it's something that I enjoy. It's something that I like to fill the feeders. I like to feel like I'm, helping them out a little bit, because I'm giving them something to eat. I haven't got my hummingbird feeders out yet. And it's kind of funny because I felt kind of bad that I've not got them out yet, because I had a little hummingbird come up here and just kind of hover at my window looking at me like, hey lady, hey bird lady, I'm hey bird lady, I'm where's my food? Because like and he went around my tree a few times, and he come back and hovered at the window looking at me, and I thought, oh, are you one from last year that that I probably fed? And so I've got to get on that, like tonight or tomorrow. I've got to make up the sugar water and stuff and get my feeders out there. They're a lot of work. You have to change them every other day, but yeah.
I'll start calling you the bird lady now. There's cat ladies. You're going to be called the bird lady now. Pam, the bird lady.
That's what my girlfriend, who, talking about COVID, me and her have been getting out and taking a walk every day that it's nice, and taking us, me and my girl, I call her Lucy. It's Tyra. I call Tyra Lucy all the time. She calls me Ethel. She calls me Ethel, and I call her Lucy. We're just Lucy and Ethel. And so we get out and we take a walk, and we've been doing that to get ourselves out and about, and, exercise. I've noticed, like, I've been eating a lot through this, because, well, I have.
You're at home. Well, let's talk about this, okay? So that's kind of the title of this particular edition of Coffee with Pam. COVID-19 Silver Linings, right? So, I talked about the blessings and putting them on your refrigerator. So what Pam and I thought is we'd go through some blessings, some silver linings, because, even how horrible this is and the loss of life and the pandemic, you can, if you look well enough and hard enough, you can find silver linings. So that's kind of what Pam and I want to share with you, our viewers, and we want to hear back from you. So at the bottom of the YouTube channel, please share some positives from this experience. I know there's social distancing. You have to stay at home. I know bars, restaurants, churches are closed. I understand the class of 2020 doesn't get to take that walk and get that diploma and with that family in close quarters. But if you look well enough, there is a silver lining. So I'm going to share a couple, and Pam and I are going to go kind of back and forth and share with you, our viewers. So with me, one thing I know I've been able to do is read more. I had a stack of books, a lot of books I wanted to get to, right, to read. So I've been able to do that, and that's been a blessing. I've been able to read the Bible more, have devotionals and Bible studies. I even opened up a live daily word and prayer time. So that was kind of a blessing for me. And then you talk about exercise, Pam, because, I was working out 6 days a week. I was on the Mediterranean diet. I was disciplined. I started January 1st. Almost didn't even miss it, miss a day. I was doing the hashtag, or working up to the hashtag 75 hard. Guys and gals, Google that if you want to know what that is, hashtag 75 hard. So I was very disciplined in it. I was on the Mediterranean diet, but, being at home, right? Sitting at home more often, being indoors, what do you tend to do is maybe snack and eat a little bit, right? A little bit more. So I felt myself sliding into that, being at home more often and having food delivered, right? So what I was able to do, and a blessing that I've been able to discover, is be more creative with my cooking. I like to cook. I like to grill out. I even created a YouTube playlist or a channel with that called Come and Dine. So I've been creative ways of eating more healthy, okay, staying on my intermittent fasting, as well as exercising at home. I don't have a home gym. I was going to the gym 6 days a week, Pam. And so I've been able to be creative and using gym bags weighted down and different books and things around the house and creative ways of doing setups and push-ups. And just like you, I've been walking more. I even did some video recordings of walking and bicycling. So I've been doing 2 and 3 mile walks every morning. And Brutus has been joining me, that little chubby pug. Well, I don't want to say chubby pug. He's not really that chubby, but they can get chubby if you don't take him for a walk. So that's some of a few of them. So Pam, share me some of your silver linings, some of the things that it's been good from this that you've experienced.
Me and my kids are adult kids, and they're still at home with me, and Gavin's in college, and we've got to talk more and share more, and they're not at work. They're both of their jobs. Well, Gavin just got called back. So it's been, we've had a lot more. I mean, I enjoy my kids, and I've always enjoyed talking to my kids, and I've always enjoyed being with my kids. And as a matter of fact, my son cracks me up, and my daughter cracks me up. I mean, and yet last night, this is kind of funny. And I have my mother who's going to be 81 in July, and I got tickled because she's got an autoimmune disease, so she spends a lot of time in her bedroom, and she's got an adjustable bed and everything. And I cater to my mama. I love my mama, and she started sending me messages on Messenger of a cat hugging another cat, and I'm sitting in the living room, and she's like, she sent me, "I love you," and it was a cat hugging a cat. So then, of course, I had to find something to send to her, and then we must have sent.
She's in the other room, right? She's in the other room.
Yeah, she's in her bedroom, and I'm in the living room, and she's in her bedroom, and she's sending me pictures of cats hugging each other, or a dog, or a dog sitting there, like, "I love you," and so I'm cracking up, and my kids are like, "Mom, what are you laughing at?" And I said, "Your grandma's sending me. She must have found out that she can use her Messenger on her iPad, and she's sending me a
I've noticed that though too, Pam. Like, with my kids, I'm not the residential parent, so my parenting time is only 4 days a month, right? And Wednesday nights. But I know that I've been engaging more attentive time with them, right? I've been using, leveraging all this tech, having video conferences. We've been playing games over Zoom, Pictionary and trivia games. But when they're with me, I cherish each moment, each second, right? We're playing board games, we're eating at the table, we're praying together, we're grilling, we're cooking out, we're working on the yard together, to where we're actually doing it as a family and as a group. And granted, the churches are closed, right? So we can't go to church, or we weren't able. They're going to be open here pretty soon, but we weren't able to gather together at church, which my kids and I serve at church together. But I've noticed we've been watching, like, streaming several church services in a row, and we've made a game out of it. I've started trivia to where they take notes, and then I'll ask questions at the end. This is one way to make sure your kids are paying attention at church or whatever it is. And then they win. We have little contests and giveaways and things of that nature. So I just want to share that there's things that I've noticed that I'm just speaking for myself. I don't know about you, that I took for granted, right? Of being able to be in community with others and hug. I know you're a hugger, Pam. Hugging people at church and giving high fives to the teenagers or the kids at church, right? Or gathering together at a restaurant to enjoy a meal as a family around other folks in a restaurant, right? The gym and being able to work out with others, or just gathering in a park in groups and cooking out and grilling out as large groups. So I just know as things are opening up, I won't take that as much for granted. Those hugs, those personal in-face conversations, the pat on the back, right? And the high fives and the fist bumps, or riding motorcycles together in large groups, or assembling out at bike nights, and I'm not going to take that as much for granted. I'm going to cherish it more. How about you, Pam? What's your thoughts on that?
We're going to make it weird.
We're going to make it weird.
We're going to make it weird when we can hug and high five people. I mean, I know how you are. I know how I am. We're probably going to make it weird. People are probably going to be like, "Ooh, get away." Yeah, okay, you've hugged me for 5 minutes. Get off me now.
Yeah. Social distancing has ended, except for Don and Pam. They still need to keep their social distance. Don, stay 6 feet from me. I'm good.
They need to go hug each other because they're weird.
Yeah.
But no, it's and like my daughter said to me, it is hard, but you like I told my daughter, because she said to me the other night, she said, my birthday's this Sunday, and I'll be 53, and I always told you that I'm like excited about my birthday. I always get excited when it's my birthday. Well, every year on my birthday, it's been great for the past, I don't know how many years that I've been going to the World of Fair, but it's always on my birthday weekend. The World Affair comes to the Dayton Convention Center on my birthday weekend. And also the extravaganza at the Clark County Fairgrounds in Springfield is the third weekend in every May. So I always, my birthday weekend is always like, it always rocks because there's like the World Affair and the extravaganza. And my daughter asked me the other night, she said, how are you going to handle that, Mom? You know, like your birthday's a dud this year. And I said, no, it's not, because it's my birthday.
That's right.
My birthday, and it's still special. But, you know, I mean, everything is for a reason. Everything is for a season, and it will change.
Yeah. You know, thinking about that, you know, with my birthday, and here's my thoughts. Okay. So my birthday's on Christmas Eve, you know, and people were like, oh, don't that stink? That sucks. You know, it's, you know, you kind of get it overlooked or this and that. And I say to myself, I go, it's better than not having a birthday at all, right? It's a time to celebrate life regardless. And besides, my grandma used to spoil me. You know, she didn't have hardly 2 cents to rub together. She's old, you know, a Southern lady. I'm going to say, oh, she's passed on now, God rest her soul. But she used to spoil me. She'd make my favorite desserts. I got to pick that out, a huge cake. She'd spoil me with gifts and made it very special. But the thing about it is, it's a celebration of life, right? You're here, you know, you're going to be the big 5'3" or the young 5'3", right? We're blessed to arrive at these 5 decades, but that's a blessing, you know, to be alive, to celebrate each day. And thinking about celebrations, Pam, we have some celebrations coming up, right? So, you know, this particular edition of Coffee with Pam is called COVID-19 Silver Linings. And then our next show is going to be the Ridge Rockers show. We're going to gather together a few of our Ridge Rockers, meaning our Wild Bunch, class of 85. There's going to be about, what do we got, about 8 of us, including you and I, that will be special guests. So viewers, you don't want to miss this. Because of our 35-year class reunion coming up, we are going to have a show and have these folks on from our graduating class of 1985 share that was then and this is now, so a Reader's Digest version. And then we're going to talk about the class reunion for the Ridge Rockers Wild Bunch class of 85. So you don't want to miss that. That's the following Wednesday. And then the Wednesday after that, Pam, we're going to open it up for a recorded live edition with a live audience, right? So we're going to invite the entire class of 1985 to join us live, and they're going to talk, we're going to interact, and we're going to raise the roof. Right? I don't know how we're going to keep this Wild Bunch under control, but it should be a good time. So that is, what's the dates here? So upcoming, the 27th is the Ridge Rockers, and then June 3rd is going to be the live edition. So it's going to be recorded live and available that same morning to be able to watch and view. So viewers, you don't want to miss that. So Pam, I know we probably went on a little bit longer, and we just wanted to highlight there is always light to be able to be found in the darkness, right? There, you know, if you look hard enough, there's silver linings that can be found in anything. You know, we talk about our birthdays, Pam. You know, happy birthday. We're gonna have to celebrate that special this coming Sunday. You know, there's a blessing in having birthdays. There's a blessing in adversity that you can find, whether it's a life lesson or something positive. You just got to remain positive. So Pam, in closing, what would you like to share with our viewers in closing here of this edition of Coffee with Pam?
You can still get outdoors. You can still enjoy nature. There's so much to enjoy. There are still so many things to do. It's not going to be this way forever. And you're going to get to see your friends again. If you have to Skype with them, Skype with them. If you have to, if you start feeling that depression of the isolation, get out and take a walk. Get out and do something that's going to make you feel good. The weather's now it's going to start getting warmer, and we're going to be able to start getting out. We're going to be able to start doing stuff and grilling. And so this isn't going to last forever. God bless.
And then also, what I want to close is I'm wearing my Life is Good shirt, right? I think I got, yeah, if you guys can read that. I got my Life is Good shirt on because life is good. It's a blessing. It's a gift. You know, you should enjoy it. Enjoy it today, this moment. That's why it's called the present, because it's a gift. And you can make it a great day. So do it. Make it a great day because you truly have a choice in making it a great day. This is Don Martin. And my hostess with the mostest, Pam, you're probably over here, saying, be blessed. Shalom. Peace out.